Just a few moments as Chambersburg Trojan football action on Week 7. Chambersburg Trojans versus the CD East Panthers coming up next. Thanks everyone for joining us on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidpenBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com. Week 7 action just moments away. Testing 1, 2.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2.
Chambersburg Trojans versus CD East Panthers coming up next. Week 7 action. Trojans 1 and 5. CD East Panthers 4 and 2. Week 7 action coming up next. Chambersburg Trojans, CD East Panthers. Stay tuned on MidpenBroadcasting.com on the F&M Trust Sports Network.
Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2.
I can't hear myself in this mic. I mean, it's working. I can hear me on the thing. It wasn't all the way plugged in. It wasn't all the way plugged in. Week 7 football action coming up next on MidpenBroadcasting.com on the F&M Trust Sports Network. We've got exciting action for you. Week 7, Chambersburg Trojans and the CD East Panthers.
Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2 3.
Test, test, test. 1, 2. Test, test. Testing 1, 2. Test 3.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure of something there, Mike.
No
Check 1 2 3. 1 2 test. Testing 1 2 3 4. 1 2 test. Testing 1 2 1 2.
This is a production of MidPennBroadcasting.com, where over 70 local sporting events a year stream live to your PC, laptop, phone, and tablet.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You are looking live at Trojan Stadium in Chambersburg, where tonight the Chambersburg Trojans go for their second consecutive win against the Central Dauphin East Panthers. And the Trojans have their hands full tonight with the Panthers. They come in with a record of 4 wins and 2 losses. And this broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender. Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. By Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. By Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. By Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net for complete tour schedule. I'm Gary Clyde along with Mike Berger, and it's our pleasure tonight to bring you Week 7 of high school football, the Chambersburg Trojans and the Central Dauphin East Panthers. And this is the 40th meeting between these two schools. Central Dauphin East currently has a slight edge. They are 20 wins and 19 losses through the first 39 ball games that these teams have played over the years. CD East coming off of a victory over Harrisburg 1 week ago. Last Friday night, the Panthers defeated Harrisburg by a score of 17-14, low-scoring ball games. They have defeated Milton Hershey, also Susquehanna Township, Mifflin County, and Harrisburg. Pre-game show tonight brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. And Mike, Chambersburg trying to keep that momentum going. Last week against Mifflin County, who was also winless at 0-5, but Chambersburg played a dominating football team. You would not, if you had not seen the Trojans through the first 4 weeks or the 5 weeks of the season, you wouldn't know it was the same ball club. Offensive, defensive line came up big for the first time this year for the Trojans. Their defense, and it may be worth noting, their defense stopped a team that is capable of putting up a whole lot of points. They had been averaging in the 20s every ball game.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a big last Friday night. You had a interim coach, with your coach resigning. You had homecoming nights. The Trojans had to come out with a lot of confidence. They stepped up the ball. They moved the ball a lot faster between sets. I mean, that's key. They did a lot of running, which they're going to have to probably adjust tonight. You don't want to have your whole offense on the running game. You want to mix it up a little bit, especially against a tough Panthers squad. But bottom line is, they got to win. They had to win. They were 0-5. Now they're 1-5. Looks a lot better 0-6. And you're coming in tonight, and you're just focusing on each game. You got to play the rest of the schedule, and You just never know. I mean, tonight's CD East, I mean, they're better than Mifflin County. They're fast. They got a great quarterback, which we'll talk about tonight. And they just got to do the fundamental football, reduce their turnovers, and you never know what's going to happen in tonight's game.
And that's just it. You don't know what's going to happen. That's why they play the ball games. That's why you practice all week. That's why, football has become a year-round sport.
Right.
So that you're ready to go on Friday nights, and hopefully the Trojans ready to go because they have a major test in front of them in the person of the Central Dauphin East Panthers. We'll be coming back with more of the pregame show after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInsPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information.
Erie Insurance. Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Chambersburg Trojans, CD East Panthers about set to go to work tonight. And, this CD East was a program that has really rebounded. They were down for many years, and they've been a playoff team here a number of times in recent years. So, I mean, their football program on the upswing at CD East.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. Chambersburg definitely had a tough time with them last year. They held the Trojans to basically no offense. I mean, this is a team that Chambersburg has to be ready in the beginning of the game. They have to, whoever's going to get the ball here tonight, they have to be able to score. I mean, they got to get some points on the board and put some pressure on the opposition. I mean, it's definitely it's a football type of game tonight. It's chilly, it's windy. There's a very sparse crowd here tonight. I guess either people in line for hot chocolate or they're going to listen to us, Gary, on the broadcast. But it's one of those games where you can't make those mistakes early on, or you're going to give CD East a run for their money in terms of getting this victory. One guy they're going to definitely have to look for is the quarterback, Jihad Niebuyer. This guy, he's the quarterback, but he's also leading the team in rushing with over 69 carries for 321 yards. He has a good percentage from the throwing end, 45 and 93. I mean, he can do a little bit of everything. When you have a guy that has that much of a weapon as far as throwing the football and running down the field, it scares you because if you're focused on him, he can go out to his other receivers. I mean, they got some pretty good receivers as well, such as Pollard and Arp. So, I mean, the Trojans definitely have their work cut out. Yes, last Friday they got the victory. They were all excited. Got our first win. That's a different night.
It is, and a different team also. We'll be coming back with the opening kickoff after these messages on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie rate lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. Are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
MidPennBroadcasting.com, your home of the Chambersburg Trojans.
Tonight's pregame show has been brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. Antrim Insurance. And we are just about ready for kickoff here at Trojan Stadium. We've been talking Trojans snapped the 5-game losing streak. And I told you this before we went on the air, and we talked about it on Chalk Talk last night. Trojans played 2 very winnable games to start this season. I think anybody who watched them, knows that it was there for the taking. If, it was either a penalty in a critical situation or a missed opportunity that really hurt the Trojans. But if is a big word, they could have won those 2 ball games. They'd be coming in tonight at 3-3, and we'd be talking playoffs, Mike.
Yeah.
And they would be in a position right now for the playoffs. But,
And usually those non-league games at the beginning of your season, they're supposed to be your winnable games. So like you said, it could be up 2-0 going into now the Mid-Penn schedule. And, that first game, that was an instant classic against Greencastle
overtime,
here. Going in overtime here in Chambersburg. And we did the game there at Shippensburg, and, the Trojans had that game. It was in their grasp to win. Shippensburg came back, and right away you have that mentality. You're down 0-2 in the season. You got your backs against the wall, and then guess what? Now you're going to start playing, the teams in the Harrisburg area. And unfortunately for Chambersburg, it's the 1-5 scenario, and they just got to forget about that and focus from now on. They got tonight's week 7. You got 7, 8, 9, and 10. You got to win those games.
And remember what former coach Mark Saunders said at the pregame show that night? He called the win against Shippensburg a must-win.
That's right.
And, I think that was probably true as far as the fortunes of the season go. So, and but it is almost kickoff time here. Chambersburg getting set to face Central Dauphin East. This will be interim coaches Scott Mitchell's second game at the helm of the Chambersburg Trojans. For the Panthers, they are coached by Aaron Blanding. He's a graduate of Elizabethtown College, and he's in his third year as head coach of the CD East Panthers. So here come the teams onto the field, and Chambersburg is going to be receiving to start the ball game.
Glad I wore my extra coat, Gary. It's a little chilly out there.
It is a little chilly. It's getting more and more football weather and a little more chill in the air every week. Darius Johnson, deep man for Chambersburg. Trojans will get the opportunity to go to work on offense first and try to establish something here.
There is Johnson, one of their big guys for Chambersburg, does a little bit of everything for them.
And Warren Lee is also deep, and that's Johnson. He takes it in the end zone, and he's going to bring it out to the 20. It looks like he thought about running it out and then thought better. And
there's a lot of space between him and the defense of the Panthers coming in, so I guess he'd rather start on the 20.
And the Trojans will go to work first and 10 on their own 20-yard line. The second of 3 consecutive home games for Chambersburg. They will welcome the Carlisle Thundering Herd next week. And there comes the long count. And there goes the handoff and getting up over the 20. Very little yardage to about the 21, I think is Warren Lee.
Yeah, Lee had a nice game last week. 11 carries, 111 yards, a TD. They definitely need Lee to help move the ball down. Trojans throughout the seasons had a quick 4 and out. They get this 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 type of situation. Before you know, they're punting the football.
Yeah, you have to. Hanging on to the football is one of the best defenses you could have. And there's the pitch back, and this is Johnson, and he sweeps around to the left on the jet sweep, going to get up to about the 29-yard line. Going to be short of first down yardage, apparently, yeah, and actually they're going to spot it. It looks like at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, about 3 yards to go for Chambersburg.
So it will be second down or third down and 3. 3rd and 3 for the Trojans. They are at the Panthers' 27-yard line to start the ball game. Johnson goes in motion to the left, and this time Hoover rolls back and throws, and he's got it completed. I believe it is 35-yard line over on the far side, a first down.
And we're seeing here, looks like now they're saying he was stepped out of bounds.
So it's no catch.
So
he was out of bounds. He made the catch, but had
out of bounds.
Had a foot out of bounds.
Tough luck for the Trojans now to have to punt the football.
So it's 3 and out for the Trojans, as the receiver just could not stay in bounds. And there is the kick. It's going to take a bounce. It's going to roll out of bounds at the 44-yard line, and that's where the CD East Panthers will go to work. It'll be first and 10 from their own 44. Jahan Niebauer, the quarterback, and Mike talked a lot about on the pregame show. Outstanding quarterback and also a dual threat as he can run the football.
Yeah, Trojans would definitely need to adjust the defense to see how Niebauer is going to do his series. I remember we saw him last year, and Trojans were very perplexed by what he does.
And there is the handoff and getting up to about the 50-yard line on the carry. A 5-yard pickup on first down.
It's hard to see the numbers here, but the uniforms the way they are.
Yes, it is. Hard to pick up. Now, if you're watching, you could probably see it better than we can.
Right.
There is the handoff and getting stacked up at the line of scrimmage at about the 48-yard line.
Yeah, good stop there by the Trojans. They had 3 defense waiting on Niebauer there. Got Miles Braxton, also Damian Roberts, and Mason DeShong. Those are some big guys at the line there. And then with that, it's 3rd and 6.
At 3rd and 6, most likely 2-down territory here for the Panthers. And Niebauer, the quarterback, is back, and he's going to throw it off, and the pass is incomplete as he intended it for Aaron Arp, standing at the 45-yard line, but overthrew Aaron.
Great job by the Chambersburg defense. Good zone coverage. Arp there, he was open, and the pass is a little high, as Arp, one of the key offensive players for the Panthers. He had 2 touchdowns, 265 yards coming in tonight's game.
And so the Trojans will send Darius Johnson and Warren Lee back. And both teams 3 and out to start this football game. And here is the snap. It almost looked like it may be a fake, and it was partially blocked. And the Trojans are going to take over an excellent field position at the 45 on the kick from Darren Livingston.
Yeah, Livingston, he stuttered.
And that caused it to be blocked.
Yeah, now he's looking at his coaching staff and his fellow teammates saying, what happened there? A little miscommunication.
It was like I thought for a moment he was going to fake it. And
Right.
yeah.
Well, the Trojans, they have great field position here. Ball on their own 45-yard line. Let's see what Hoover can do.
And that little hesitation, you can see how quickly you need to get rid of that football, gave the line time. And the Trojans, they'll hand the football off. That's Warren Lee, and he gets pretty good yardage up to about the 50-yard line, a pickup of 5.
And we'll see what Coach Mitchell does as far as the quarterback duties. Hoover, and then also Hunter Leedy has been done a lot of quarterback role as well this year.
2nd and 5, ball right at the midfield stripe on the 50-yard line. Just underway, Trojan Stadium in Chambersburg. And there's the handoff again, but there is going to be a penalty flag against the Trojans, Warren Lee, and that'll set it back 5. If it is indeed against the Trojans, it looked like it.
Yeah, the flag by the linesman is thrown over to the Chambersburg side. It's going to be illegal procedure by the Trojans. So we talk about good field position, and here we go, going 5 back in the wrong direction.
And we're right back where we started from. 2nd down and 10 yards to go. Most likely a passing situation here for the Trojans. And that is quarterback Hoover standing on the 40. And this is another flag, and this one goes against another Trojan.
Yeah, we'll see as the officials are conveying on what the enforcement is. Looks like a delay of game this time by the Trojans. Also,
that's
another 5-yard back. The Trojans didn't look like they knew what they were going to do in that set. They were all over the place.
A delay of game is just, a penalty you don't want to have. I mean, there's really, and it's like you said, they weren't set. They had no idea. And there's a handoff again and getting room and a lot of it and getting all the way up to the 45-yard line is Warren Lee. It's going to be 3rd and short.
Well, maybe that's what their plan was. Look very confused out there on the next play. Have a strategic run by Lee to go now into Panthers territory. And still not quite a first down, but only 1 yard to go.
3rd down and 1 yard to go. 3rd and 1. And there is the handoff and getting up, and
maybe a yard.
Maybe. It's going to be close. We'll wait to see where the spot comes.
It looked...
Yes, first down, Trojans.
Oh, they got lucky there. It looked like a play that was very scripted, meaning you knew exactly where they were going to go with the ball, but Lee, with that strong muscle of his, able to get that yard. Fresh set of downs for Chambersburg.
3rd and 1 with 7:30 to go here in the first quarter. No score in the ball game. Trojans on the move, going left to right. And there is the handoff, Darius Johnson, and they're going to knock him down right about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, big guy for the Panthers. Number 60 was right there waiting for him. Draquan Hall. 7-0 thus far early on against East Pennsboro.
That's a big game tonight. And East Pennsboro, of course, dealt Greencastle their only loss of the year 2 weeks ago. And here comes motion from the Trojans to the left. And quarterback Hayden, he'll pitch it back. This is Johnson, and Johnson is going to get knocked out of bounds at about the 45-yard line.
Yeah, the original line of scrimmage, it looks about maybe a yard lost there. Johnson trying to go to the left side of the sideline, and the Panthers defense was waiting for him.
And they do charge, or it is a yard loss, as you said, 3rd down. 11 yards to go for the Trojans, 3rd and 11. With quarterback Hoover, and again, motion left for the Chambersburg Trojans. And here's Hoover, the quarterback. He throws, has it off, incomplete. And the intended receiver for the Trojans, Sam Blevins, at the 25.
Yeah, it was a good job by the quarterback for the Trojans to get out away from the defense, looking for Blevins there on the right side, but just a little too far to the right. The ball went out of bounds, and the Trojans now 4th and 11 are going to have to punt the football.
So here's Taylor to punt it away for the Chambersburg Trojans. And the snap, and here comes the kick, and it is a pretty good-looking kick. It's going to bounce, it's going to roll, take a Trojan roll, and be downed at about the 1-yard line.
Yeah, not sure what happened there. Niebauer was actually out there around the football and was hoping for a Panthers bounce that went the other way. And now for the Panthers, looks like they'll have about 97 yards to try to go to the first score.
They spotted it according to the scoreboard at the 2.
Oh, 98 yards. Quiet crowd tonight, Gary. I mean, the band is cranking a tune right now, but
it is.
If you need to balance a checkbook or study for a test, come on out to Trojan Stadium.
Yeah. It is a 1st and 10, and this is where you want to get a 3 and out. And Niebauer, the quarterback, motion right for the Panthers, and this is Niebauer. He's going to keep it.
There's a flag. And for the Trojans, they're just hoping to be on the Panthers where their ball is positioned at. And guess what? It is on the Trojans. Why? This makes you, so frustrated when you have the team on a 2-yard line, and here you are getting penalties.
Yes. There you go. You put them right out of the hole and make it 1st and 5. And the Trojans have just reeled off one penalty after another here in the early going tonight.
Yeah, you can't give a very good Panthers team any extra opportunities that the Trojans have done thus far.
The best thing you can do is keep them off the field, and you'll never, can't get hurt that way. And trying to swing out is number 1. And that is number 1 is Tysham Pollard, 5'11", 180-pound junior.
And able to get 3 yards on that play, be 2nd and 2. A little over 6 minutes to go here in the first.
And the ball up to the 10-yard line. 2nd down, 2 yards to go. And that is Aaron Arp, split out to the left, and motion coming from Brown. And there is the quarterback with the football out in the open, 30-40, and it's going to be brought down at about the 1-yard line. Jahad Neubauer on the long keeper.
Yeah, the fake sneak. Decided to take it himself. tricked the Trojan defense, and off the races he went.
You mentioned he was a handful for the Trojans last year, Mike.
Yeah, he was. I remember.
Game played up at Landis Field, won by the Panthers. Won rather handedly by the Panthers.
Not just for the Brickers French fries. I just remember the way he played.
Yeah, right. And there's another flag. This one, I think, maybe against CD East. We'll see. Yeah.
Our procedural mishap.
Yeah.
So it'll be 5 yards back, and you can see the Panthers having those type of penalties. The way they try to have unique offensive sets, making sure there's not people on the line. You got trips to the right. You got motion going on. You just got to be set there on the line once you're ready to go.
And there is Niebauer, and he'll hand the football off, and that's Pollard. Pollard tries to get around to the left. It'll get up to about the 50-yard line, but it's going to be shy of first down yardage.
Yeah, he found a hole there around the sideline. It's going to be short, but still now the Trojans, they have two guys they're worried about now, Niebauer and now Pollard now into the mix.
Second down, 6 to go at the 47-yard line. 2nd and 6. And here is the long count coming from Niebauer. Motion to the right for the Panthers. Niebauer is going to hand the football off, and getting first down yardage is Tyshawn Pollard. First down Panthers with 4:13 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, a little confusion there. Looked like by the Panthers making their set there, but then they got established, and the feed lateral-wise to Pollard. Fresh set of downs. A little over 4 minutes to go here in the first.
And Pollard has done a good job out of the backfield this year as he has rushed for 291 yards for the Panthers. And the handoff this time, and it's going to be Cheyenne Brown. And he gets a couple as they've split the rushing quite a bit here. And the Panthers, have a lot of people with a lot of attempts. So.
Yeah, I mean, the Panthers' offense, they keep it exciting. They keep it fresh. Unlike a Democratic national debate, I mean, it's keeps your interest.
Yeah. Yeah. They just need Donald Trump to keep the interest, right? And there's the pass off and completed. And it is complete to number 13, Aaron Arp.
Yeah, Aaron Arp, again, one of their offensive catalysts. And we're seeing here CD East is taking their time with their offense. They're looking at the Trojan defense, and Niebauer just kind of picking what he wants to do. And that's not good for Chambersburg, as now they're getting first downs at ease, and now they're getting close into red zone territory.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line. And Niebauer, the quarterback, and Niebauer is going to hand it off to Brown, and he is going to get knocked down for a loss back to the 35.
Good read by Darius Johnson there to find him, get some loss of yardage. And that's something just to pump them up on the defensive side to make this would be a big stop for Chambersburg. They able to do this.
Yeah, if they were, boy, that would be.
Because remember, the ball was on the 2-yard line.
It's been a long drive for the Panthers, and the Trojans would like to do everything they can to have them come up empty on this one. The ball was at the 32, where it's a second down and 13 yards to go for the Central Dauphin East Panthers. And Niebauer, the quarterback, and here comes motion to the left for the Panthers. Niebauer dropping back, throwing off and incomplete at the 30-yard line. Third down, Panthers.
That was intended for Brown there for the Panthers. That was a risky play there. Niebauer went back, 5 Trojan defenders chasing after him, and he threw a little pass in the middle, and that could have been big trouble as a chance to intercept that.
Third down and 13 yards to go. 3rd and 13. And this is Aaron Arp, split out to the left for the CD East Panthers. And quarterback back under pressure, and he's going to be sacked at the 45-yard line. And on the sack for Chambersburg, Sean Visaya.
Yeah, what a move by Visaya. I mean, Niebuhr, he just dropped back about 2 feet, looking for somebody downfield, and there he was, Sean, able to tackle him down. Big loss and a big job for the Chambersburg Trojans as they're going to get the ball here on the punt return.
4th down and 26 for the Panthers. And the Trojans have come up with another stop in this ball game. No score with 1:32 to play here in the first quarter. And here's the snap, and here's the kick, high end over end. And this is Johnson. He signals for the fair catch at the 11-yard line. And that's where the Trojans will go to work, 1st and 10 from their own 11. And this broadcast brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
You got to be really happy if you're Coach Scott Mitchell there. That series there, they had the team at 2-yard line for CD East and able to have a big stop. And still no score. It's hard to believe.
And here is the handoff of the football and getting maybe to the line of scrimmage. And not sure who got.
It was Carter Edmondson.
Edmondson, okay. 2nd down and 10. Time ticking away, quarter number 1. No score in the ball game if you're just joining us.
Northern York playing Shippensburg tonight. Is that right, Gary?
That is right.
Tied 7-7 there in the first, and Waynesboro down now 14-0.
And it'll be a 2nd down and 10 yards to go. And there is the handoff of the football and getting up to about the 12-yard line on the carry.
Like Warren Lee there.
And that could very well be the final play of the first quarter. And it will be after 1 quarter of play here in Chambersburg. The score is Chambersburg 0, Central Dauphin East 0 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Football season is here and Klein Tours do NFL action. We have trips to all Baltimore Ravens home games. Join Klein Tours as we travel to Miami to watch the Ravens play the Dolphins December 6th through 9th. We have your ticket and transportation to see the Washington Redskins. Trips to New York City, Atlantic City, multi-day tours, and more. Klein Tours, the Tri-State's #1 tour and travel agency. Visit us online at kleintours.com or phone 717-597-5997.
MidPennBroadcasting.com.
3rd down and 8 for the Chambersburg Trojans at their own 14-yard line to start quarter number 2. Hoover back. He throws it off, and he's got it complete. And it's up to about the 19-yard line.
Yeah, Chambersburg has to feel better about what they did there in the first quarter. Just now the momentum has to shift on to the second quarter here.
And the Trojans are going to have to punt on this 4th and 4.
CDs took a lot of time on that last possession, and they were unsuccessful.
And punt coming from the Trojans. The snap, it is up on the Johnson kick, and it's going to roll, take a Trojan bounce, and knocked out of bounds at about the 48, a flag down. And we'll wait and see what that is.
Yeah, it was away from the play. So
it was so far away from the play and so late too, Mike.
Thinking unsportsmanlike or something.
Yeah, it almost has to be a personal foul,
right.
Or an unsportsmanlike.
Niebauer's the one that got the punt return. That guy does everything. Quarterbacks.
Yeah. How often do you see your quarterback handling punts?
Been a while.
Yeah.
As we're waiting on the enforcement of this penalty. So they're finding the spot of where the punt return was, and now they're going to march forward. Looks like. So it must have been against Chambersburg.
I look for this to be a 15-yarder.
As the umpire's marching, you're right, Gary. It's 15 yards. Had to be an unsportsmanlike or a personal foul. Or
it was, and to be honest, I was watching the ball, so
right.
I had no idea.
Right. I mean, if it was related to the play, that'd be a big question mark there. It's definitely something not related.
But the Trojans, again, keep making things tougher for themselves and giving up 15 yards and putting the Panthers in excellent field position. Niebauer is going to keep it. He's got a hole. Niebauer is down to the 25-yard line. And just like that, you have a first down on the 12-yard run from Niebauer.
Yeah, we'll see how this game ends tonight. But, man, we'll have to remember this possession of CDs is able to score. The Trojans game a gift there, 15 yards.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Trojan 25. We've got a scoreless ball game, but the Panthers on the move to start quarter number 2. Brown the back man. Brown will get the football, and he is going to be knocked down. It looks like at the line of scrimmage, 6-yard line. So it'll be a 2nd and 10 for the Panthers.
Yeah, Kelton Chaslick there for the Chambersburg Trojans. Good job. But at front line, that's been one of the positives Chambersburg's had. They got some big guys up there. And if the offense can't find that hole, they're in a lot of trouble.
2nd down and 9 yards to go. 2nd and 9. And again, this will be the quarterback, Niebauer. He keeps it. He's looking for a hole, but he's going to get knocked down at about the 21. After a pickup of about 4 on the play.
Darius Johnson coming back from the secondary there, putting his speed boosters on, got Niebauer. It's going to be 3rd and 7.
It's a pickup of just 2 yards. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. 23 is where the spot of the football comes. And Niebauer, as the play clock down to about 3 seconds here, 2 seconds, they get it off, and Niebauer back, he's in trouble, he escapes twice, and now throws, and it's going to be a touchdown. A play where you should have had him down for a loss, and the Panthers converted into 6.
Aaron Arp there with the catch, and you're exactly right. They had Trojans had 2 guys right on top of Niebauer, unable to get him down, and that caused, with the defense chasing after him, Arp was all by himself. Easy catch, easy score. The Panthers are up 6-0.
And they're in to try to make it a 7-0 lead right here. So instead of a huge loss, you have a score. And the kick is up. The kick is perfect. And with 9:26 to go to halftime, the score, Central Dauphin East to 7. Chambersburg nothing on the F&M Trust Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Plays like you just witnessed, Mike, are why you are 1 win and 5 losses on the season there.
Yeah, I mean, this is something that you just can't do. I mean, you had a scoreless ball game. We're thinking huge loss. Great job of the Chambersburg defense. Instead, I mean, Niebauer, he's a great quarterback. I mean, he was able to finagle around that defense and throw a lofty, easy throw to Arp for 6 points now. It's 7-0. Still 9:26 to go here in the half.
And here comes the kick, and it's going to be taken on the goal line by the Trojans, and going to return it. I believe that was Darius Johnson to the 25-yard line. And it was Darius. So it'll be 1st and 10. And that's where the Trojans will start at the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it was a 23-yard TD pass officially.
Goodness, he was back.
Could have been almost a 20-yard loss.
I was going to say, it could have been 20 the other way. And this is Hoover, and he throws. He has it completed. And the first down yardage to the 40-yard line. And that is Austin Kopp on the receiving end for Chambersburg.
Yeah, Kopp, a sophomore. Trojans are able to get some first downs in their sequences. That is good news, but haven't had much to show for thus far.
And that's Vesa split out to the left of your screen there. And the handoff at Johnson. Couple of pretty good moves there as he gets up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, nice tackle there as a nice spinning move by Johnson. Cameron Hartfield for the Panthers, 260-pounder, big guy, junior.
8:33 on the scoreboard clock. And a 7-0 lead for the Central Dauphin East Panthers here in the second quarter. But the Trojans trying to get the equalizer right here. And there is a handoff. This is Lee. And Lee gets just a little bit of forward progress. Already 3rd down for the Trojans.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. Blink of an eye. Now you got a 3rd and 6 situation here. Hoover still out there, quarterback for Chambersburg.
And again, Vesa split out to the near side. And this is Hoover rolling. He throws it up, and it's going to be incomplete with a flag down.
Curious what this flag is. It was thrown from the back judge.
And we'll see.
I mean, there was no pass thrown downfield, so shouldn't be any. And it's on CD East. Huh.
Holding?
Holding penalty.
Huh.
How can...
It was deep in the secondary, yeah. But there was nobody around the ball.
Right, that's why I don't understand the penalty.
Yeah, But the Trojans will take it. It's a 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. They are into Panther territory. And with 7:36 to go, have a chance to get right even with the Panthers if they could keep the momentum going. And here is the handoff and breaking a tackle down to the 40-yard line. That is Warren Lee. A nice run there.
Yeah, great job, Lee. Like a locomotive going right through the defense there of the Panthers. I mean, he virtually went right through that line like a hot butter knife, and 5-yard gain for the Trojans.
And it is a second down and 5 yards to go. Second and 5. And this is Hoover back. He throws. The pass is incomplete.
Tenant receiver there, 81, Spencer Seaman. Looked like there was a little contact there. Seaman trying to get to the football, but I guess they didn't see it. But they can see a hold 10 yards away from the field.
Yeah.
From the field of play. I mean.
Yeah. Somebody saw it. It wasn't us, right?
Right.
Yeah. 3rd and 5. 6:55 on the scoreboard clock. And quarterback Hoover and the southpaw looking to get out of bounds, and he's going to be knocked out at the 40-yard line, well short of the first down.
Hoover just had to scramble to the right side, going strong to the sideline. I mean, maybe a smart move. Yeah, it's 4th down, but you don't want to throw the football. There's no way, not a chance for a pass. I mean, anything can happen. Interception, run downfield. So that's the worst thing. I mean, the Chambersburg out to take it.
If there was ever a time for a fake punt, this may be it right here.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Taylor back, and the Trojans are going to kick it end over end. It takes a bounce, a roll, picked up by the Panthers, breaking one tackle, and then getting knocked down at about the 17-yard line. There is number 7 for the Panthers, and that's Niebauer, the quarterback. Should have known that, yeah.
Griffin Leedy there with the tackle. Strong tackle there. Not a lot of action going on, Gary, as far as the offense on the scoreboard, but Trojans, if it comes only a 7-point deficit in the halftime, they got to think about those 7 points. I mean, they basically hand it to them on a silver platter.
If it's a 7-point deficit, you're very much alive.
Well, they're very happy, but the 7 points
the 7 points they handed, right. And here's Niebauer, the quarterback, and motion to the far side, and the handoff. One tackle, and now it's number 4 getting up to the 25-yard line. That's Darion Livingston. He's a 5'11", 205-pound senior. Just one of the many running backs in the for the CD East Panthers.
Defense had their way last week against the Huskies, only giving them 155 yards of offense. But they didn't have a quarterback like Niebauer.
And the ball up to the 26-yard line.
Now there's some confusion. The officials telling the scorekeeper or clock keeper to start the clock.
And this is Niebauer, and there is the handoff, but the Trojan is there right there, and there's a fumble. Trojans say they have it, and we'll wait till they unpowell.
Officials are taking their time walking over there. I mean, still some not official yet.
And the Trojans have recovered the football. Chambersburg ball. And a major break for the Trojans with 4:59 to play here in the first half.
Yeah, the Trojans now in good position here. They got 3 timeouts. They got 4:59 to go in the half. So loose ball. Chambersburg, they knew it right away. They were pointing. They knew they had it. Just had to wait for the official's call.
Yeah, to make it official.
Right.
Here come the Trojans right now, and what an opportunity that the Trojans have created for themselves. Hoover hands the football off, and getting knocked down there, and probably forward progress is going to be to about the 25. Lee on the carry. It'll be 2nd and 10. .434 to play. First half. Trojans trailing 7-0, and they're at the Panther 25-yard line with a chance to put some points on the board right here. And this is Hoover, the quarterback. He scrambles. He goes right. And he's going to keep it himself. And he's got room, and it's going to be knocked down at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of scrambling away from the defense, but
for 5 yards.
Yeah, 5 yards, but still a chance for Trojans. There's a big third down play here. They got to take advantage of the Darian Livingston fumble.
And they're on the 18. They're well within Taylor's field goal range if it comes to that. Of course, they would like to get the 7, but you want to come away with some points here. And this is Hoover, and Hoover will hand it off and getting a hole and getting a first down for the Trojans on the carry. That is Carter Edmondson.
Yeah, Carter Edmondson has some nice plays throughout this season, and they look for him when they need him, and there was a great job. Able to get that first down. Still plenty of time, 3:29, and plus you got all your timeouts. No reason to rush this at all.
First and goal, Trojans, and I think the Panthers they have just called one of their timeouts, and with 3:29 to go here in the first half. This broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds this fall, pay less rate and get more great with the F&M Trust home equity line of credit. It's the ideal way to make large purchases or consolidate monthly bills. For details on F&M Trust's special introductory offer, visit a community office or fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Yeah, set the table for everybody. You got 3:20 to go. Trojans down 7-0. They got the ball on the 9-yard line.
And there is the pitch back. This is Darius Johnson, and Johnson will get it over the 10 to about the 8-yard line.
So Johnson,
5-yard line.
Yeah, 5-yard line is. I mean, this is it right here. I mean, this is what they got to do. Got to get some points on the board here to end the half. The Panthers, I mean, they've had some nice plays, but really, I mean, the Trojans, they've been kind of even with them so far, both on the defense and offense.
You think the Panther locker room may be a little fiery at halftime?
It could be.
Second down and 5 yards to go. There's the handoff, trying to get around to the left, but getting knocked to the ground at the 4. And
that was Darius Johnson, and he got
his bell rung there.
Really bell rung. I think the guy that tackled him too as well, as they're both still on the ground. Now Johnson's up. Seems like he's okay.
Yeah, good for Darius, and hopefully the Panther on the ground there is too. But yes,
that was
it's like they collided.
Right.
Full speed head, yeah. It's a 3rd and 3 at the 3 for the Trojans. Still being tended to, and I'm not sure who the Panther player is there.
Yeah, he's up now. Looks like still trying to get a number 6, DeAndre Betha. Looks like he's okay, just limping a little bit. So the Trojans now 3rd and 3, 2:19 to go here in the half.
And the Trojans knocking on the door. Ball on the 3-yard line. As the Trojans try to push it in and hand off, and no, quarterback keeps, he throws, corner end zone, no good.
Yeah, scramble there to the left side. Intended receiver for the Trojans, Joshua Honorat. A little too low. He dove for it.
Do you go here, or do you bring Taylor in for the points?
I get the points. I mean, just get something on the board.
I agree, Mike, and I think maybe that's what is going to happen right here.
Yeah, because if you try to go for it, yeah, it'd be great if you scored, but man, if you don't,
yes,
it's not good.
So Nazir Taylor's, the line of scrimmage is the 3. The kick is coming from the 10, and it's up, and it is good. The Trojans are on the board with 2:05 to play at Trojan Stadium in the first half. It's Central Dauphin East to 7, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
MidPennBroadcasting.com. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling.
And it'll be Taylor who just kicked his second field goal of the year to kick it off for the Trojans at the 40-yard line, as the Trojans hope to stop the Panthers. So the turnover did result in 3 points for the Trojans and a squib kick, and it's going to be down by the Panthers up man at the 33-yard line. And for the Panthers, that was Dahir Gerard.
Yeah, and definitely Chambersburg made the smart move there. Get points on the board. They're only down by 4, and you're very happy. You're playing a team that's 4-2 coming tonight's contest, and this is a very winnable game thus far.
Yes.
Crazier things have happened, of course, in another half of football, but for this half alone, Chambersburg should feel pretty good about themselves.
1st and 10 for the Panthers. Niebauer, the quarterback, and Niebauer is going to quickly throw it, but it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, Terrence Danner incomplete. He was downfield. Niebauer threw it before he turned around to try to catch it, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Archiref Afio was the intended receiver. 2:03 mark. And there's the handoff again, and scooting through one hole, carrying Trojan tacklers to the 40-yard line is Pollard, to Sean Pollard. We've called his name a few times tonight.
Still 3 timeouts. There should be 2. I thought CD East did a timeout, but
CD East did have a timeout.
They still have 3 on there.
Huh.
Unless I get my eyes checked.
That's what it says.
But I know they at least have 2, and I'm sure they're going to try to use them here pretty soon. With only a $1.28 to go.
And you know they want to get some points on the board. And that would be Niebauer. Now he flips the football back, and getting a few yards after that is Pollard at the 46. Kind of a dangerous play, though.
Very dangerous. I mean, in fact, it was kind of, they didn't know what they wanted to do, and he flipped the ball, and he got lucky. It was a lateral.
And the Panthers do call a timeout here. Central Dauphin East timeout. And we will tell you that Waste Management is committed to sustainability. When we use less, reuse more, and convert the materials we recover into new resources or energy, we improve business performance and reduce environmental impact. We believe that a successful business depends on prosperous people and a thriving planet. To learn more about waste management's environmentally friendly technologies and innovations, visit www.wm.com. Minute 13, and whatever Cowboy Redskin is here, that's the play that is being called by the Panthers. And quarterback back, looking, he's down the sideline, and it's 40, 35-yard line.
Pretty effective there.
It was. A minute 5. You want to keep the Panthers out of the end zone at all costs here, Mike.
No, I mean, this is a huge opportunity for Chambers. They've done an excellent job, except for that one blunder there with the score by CD East.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been tough on the Panthers offense, that's for sure. And knock on the door, the ball's on the 38-yard line here.
First down and 10 yards to go. First and 10. And here's Niebauer. He drops back, and he ends up keeping the football, and it's going to get knocked down at the 45. Knocked down for a big loss back to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Kelton Chastelic there with the tackle. Niebauer had nowhere to go. Another timeout by CD East.
So the Panthers call time. We'll do likewise with 54 seconds to play first half. And the score, CD East 7, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
And here is Niebauer, the quarterback. It is incomplete out at the 39-yard line, intended for Sheam Brown.
Yeah, the play that they talked about at halftime, or at the timeout, definitely didn't work. As now the 3rd and 16, double sticks, 51 seconds to go.
Third down and 16 yards to go. Panthers with a 7-3 lead. They have the football on the Trojan 44-yard line. And Niebauer, the quarterback, is back. He's back. He throws, going deep. Pass is off. Pass is complete. And that's up to the 26-yard line with Pollard, Tashawn Pollard on the receiving end.
Yeah, nice slant pattern. Goes from middle of the field to the far right. Gets a catch. Lands safely in bounds. And ball now on the 26.
And then stepped out of bounds to stop the clock. First and 10. And quarterback back. He's back. He throws, going to the end zone, has a man, incomplete. Incomplete in the end zone for a split second. The receiver there had his hands on the football, but I think he may have been out of bounds anyways.
Yeah, Terrence Danner there, he was open. I mean, he just the way he positioned himself when he turned around to get the football, he was half his body was out of bounds, half inbound. Good break by for Chambersburg.
Second down and 10 yards to go. Second and 10. And the Panthers with a very slim lead over the Trojans. Over the middle, passes off. It is complete to the 11-yard line. And again, you had Pollard out of the backfield.
Yeah, you give him another first down, stops clock a little bit. And now another timeout.
And with that timeout, with 33.2 seconds to go, and the Panthers are knocking on the door. And this broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender.
Yeah, I mean, for the Chambers Trojans, we were talking about only down by 4 points. I mean, you get a score here by CD East, you're saying, hey, we got down more than one score. I mean, this is huge here for the Trojans to stop this.
It is, absolutely. You want to, at minimum, keep them out of the end zone. I mean, with 3 points, if you can contain them to 3, you've still got a one-score ball game. And here is quarterback Niebauer. Niebauer standing at the 15. He drops back. He throws, and the pass is completed. Juggled, but completed.
Yeah, Terrence Stander there with the touchdown, number 17. Good hands by him. He was getting tackled and still able to control his composure, get it past, break the plane, 6 points.
And the Panthers extend their lead to 10 here at 13-3.
Terrence Stander, he's a 6'4". I mean, his height was a good advantage there, 185 pounds, only a sophomore.
And Nico Zervanis in to attempt the extra point for the Panthers. And we get a flag down. 10-point lead. And it is against the Panthers. They're going to move it back. Move it back 5 yards. And the snap, Zervanos kicks, it's good. And with 27 seconds to go, first half. Central Dauphin East 14, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust, the sports network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Trojan Stadium in Chambersburg, and the Trojans down in this one 14-3 here in quarter number 2, as Chambersburg just surrendering 7 points, a lot closer I think than any of us anticipated. But here's the kick, and it's going to be taken by the Trojans. And that's back at about the 10-yard line to the 15. And up to the 20 on the return is Darius Johnson.
Yeah, for Chambersburg, you're right. They should be happy going into halftime, only down 14. But they could have been a lot closer. And for this, you just want to end the half with this score, unless Chambersburg really gets lucky here. 21 seconds left. And
are you going to take the knee, or are you going to try to throw one downfield here?
Historically, for Chambersburg, I would take the knee. Their quarterback, I mean, Hoover's done a good job thus far, but yeah, I don't see him throwing 75 yards downfield for a touchdown.
And here's the count, and Hoover's back, and he is in trouble, and it's going to get knocked down. I think he just let this thing run out, and you go into the locker room down by 2 scores, but it is 14-3 as the heavily favored Panthers here in this first half. I still have a feeling I'd love to be in that locker room at halftime. I'm sure of the Panthers. I'm sure their coach is going to have a few words to say. You're up by 11, but it's a ball game you expected to be up by a whole lot.
Well, right. I mean, it's just like a couple weeks ago up at State College. I mean, they look at the schedule. Oh, here's a winnable game. We're playing Chambersburg, and you're right. I mean, I don't see CDE's Panthers looking like a top-notch team out there thus far. I mean, Chambersburg is keeping it close, and we'll never know. We'll see what's going to happen here in the second half. Hopefully, it'll be entertainment and the plus column for the Chambersburg Trojans.
And let's hope we keep it close. Close games are so much more fun for everyone.
That's exactly right.
It is 14-3. The Panthers lead it at the half, and we'll be back with the Antrim Insurance halftime report after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand-name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Halftime report brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. It is military night here at Trojan Stadium, and we are going down to the field and allow you to get a look and to listen at the ceremonies as the Trojans honor all branches of the military tonight. halftime show here at Trojan Stadium as Chambersburg Area School District and Chambersburg Trojans honor our veterans, all branches of the military. The Central Dauphin East Band also was there, and I think the Glee Club involved too. But truly, just an outstanding halftime show here tonight in Chambersburg. I'll quickly give you some scores. Cumberland Valley is out in front of Mifflin County, 41-0 at the half. Central Dauphin Rams lead Carlisle 24-7 half. And here in Chambersburg, the CD East Panthers 14-3 over the Trojans at the half. Tomorrow, State College and Cumberland Valley. We have Greencastle leading James Buchanan 34-0 at the half. Northern over Shippensburg 24-13 in the third quarter. At the half, East Pennsboro 16 and Waynesboro 3. And have anything to add there, Mike?
Yeah, just a great halftime show. Hopefully, if you're tuning in to Game Time PA, you're able to watch it. They actually have had that the last couple of years, so it's definitely a good tradition Chambers we're starting to do and honor our veterans. And as far as the second half, I mean, Niebuhr, they're just going to have to try to stop him. They're up 14-3. He had more than yards, 79 total offense than the Chambersburg Trojans. So that tells you, how big of a weapon he is for the Panthers. And for Chambersburg, they're only down 14-3, so a lot of things can happen. Hopefully, they're rested up. It was a long halftime, and they're ready to roll. And crowd has filled in pretty nicely. I mean, for the ceremony, the whole home side was filled. So hopefully, they can get the home fans pumped up and get the Chambersburg Trojans going here in the second half.
And we'll be back after these messages on the Antrim Insurance Halftime Report on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInsPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance. Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
You're listening to Trojans Football with Gary Klein and Mike Berger on MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Here at halftime, the Central Dauphin East Panthers lead the Chambersburg Trojans by a score of 14-3. Don't go away. Second half kickoff is coming up. And we've got ourselves a ball game with the Chambersburg Trojans and the Central Dauphin East Panthers, as the Trojans about ready to kick it off here in Chambersburg. And Trojans, hey, they've got a shot at winning this ball game. There's no question about it. If they play the second half well, they have a chance to come up with a victory tonight.
And a victory would equal a little winning streak. I mean, when's the last time you heard that?
Yes, it has been a few years. And a swim kick, and it's taken at about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, no scoring there in the first quarter by both teams, but that second quarter, definitely some action-packed play there. Trojans, they've had some opportunities, able to get a field goal from Taylor, but here's where you got to start it now. The Panthers with the ball, got to get a good defensive stop and get the offense going.
So here we go. It is a first down and 10 for the Panthers. First and 10. And Niebauer, the quarterback, is going to get knocked down back at about the 33-yard line.
Yeah, good coverage there by Damian Roberts, number 9 for Chambersburg. Looks like Miles Braxton also in the great coverage. Loss of yardage. Going to be double stick, 2nd and 12 here. Just getting underway second half.
And this could be what they always refer to as a trap game for the Central Dauphin East Panthers. They're coming off of a victory last week at Harrisburg, and they face State College next week. So, I mean, this is one, you have to lean back and you just think, we've got this one. But
right.
That's not the case tonight. And there's the football, and it's going to get up to about the 41-yard line. It's going to bring up a second down. And 8 yards to go for the Panthers.
Yeah, to Sean Pollard, we said his name a lot in that first half.
Or check it, that's a third down and 6, according to the scoreboard. 3rd and 6 for the Panthers. Big play here for the Trojans. If they could make a stop here. Here's Niebauer, the quarterback, out of the shotgun. He's back. He's rolling left, has it in the air, has it complete. He has the first down in Trojan territory, completed to Tyshawn Pollard at the Trojan 45.
Yeah, great pass by the quarterback, Niebauer, finding Pollard there on the sideline. Good job by him keeping his feet in bounds. That was key, keeping it in. He knew he had a first down. So now we're talking about the Trojans making a big stop on defense. Now you got to see these Panthers rolling down the field.
Big third down conversion here to start the third quarter. Just underway, 10:26 to go. And here is Niebauer, the quarterback, and he gives it to Livingston, who is slammed to the ground for a loss. All the way back to the 49-yard line, or actually they're going to spot it at the 48 of the Trojans.
Miles Braxton once again with the big stuff.
We hit the 10-minute mark in the third quarter. That's Niebauer. As the Panthers ready to go on second down and 12 yards to go. They go to the air. It is complete for a gain of a couple of yards. That's Aaron Arp on the receiving end. But it's only up to the 47-yard line.
Yeah, quick pass. Quick catch by Arp, but he had nowhere to go. He was on the ground when he caught the football.
A gain of 1.
Now 7 yards. Big key third down here for CD East.
Again, another big third down play. If the Trojans can stop, third down and 7 yards to go. And Niebauer is rolling to his left, going to the air, has it complete. And we'll see if it is it was very close. It was right at the sticks.
Yeah, it looked like the forward progress got him the first down.
And it is. So Niebauer just doing what he needs to do to get downfield here. Second third down conversion on this drive for the Panthers.
And he's throwing rockets, too. I mean, Chambersburg trying to rush the quarterback, and he's just throwing it hard to his receivers, giving him enough time to move it down the field.
First down and 10 yards to go for the Panthers. And there's a handoff to Brown, but the entire, it looks like Trojan defense was there to say hello.
Yeah, I mean, the Trojans are getting the running game intact. They're not able to do anything with it for the Panthers. It's all been the passing that's been the key for them.
It'll be second down and 11 yards to go. Second and 11. Ball at the 36-yard line. And there's a flag.
Looks like too much time taken by the Panthers.
Yeah, it was. That clock is resting on 0, so they'll send it back 5 to make it a second and 16. Second down, 16 yards to go. 7:54 in the third quarter. And the CD East Panthers leading the Trojans 14-3. And here is Niebauer. He drops back, and now he's going to keep it himself under trouble, but has it off, has it complete, and breaking a couple of tackles and getting down to the 25-yard line was
Shaheem Brown.
Was Brown, and they're moving the sticks. He got the first down.
Yeah, and that's something that the Trojans have had. We talk about the great defense, but some couple key plays with those missed tackles have really hurt them.
They have tonight. Well, it led to 7 points.
Now this is the third first down on this drive for CD East.
And they are on the move all the way down to the Trojans' 23-yard line. Niebauer is back, and he's going to the air. Throws complete, end zone, touchdown Panthers. On the receiving end is Shaheem Brown from 23 yards out, and the Panthers open up a 20-3 lead over the Trojans.
Good old play action. The old quarterback, not sure what he's going to do. Run the football, draw a short pass. He finds Shaheem Brown, goes to the end zone, another 6. And for the Trojans, we said it was a close game, but man, now it's starting to slip a little bit away.
It is. It's 20-3. And here is the kick. It's up. The kick is good. 7:15 remaining here on the scoreboard clock. With the score, the Panthers 21, the Trojans 3 on the F&M Trust Sports Network on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
The Chambersburg Trojans play here. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Well, the Trojans would like to get some points in this possession, and they jump right back into it if they were able to put up a touchdown, which they have not been able to do all night. And on that drive, some big third down plays, and then the 23-yard touchdown pass. And
another key thing, Gary, was those missed tackles that led to that first down.
Yes, it was. And
then Brown, he just stepped back, and Niebauer was able to find somebody open and able to, get the score.
And here is the kicker, and a high kick. It's going to be taken back near the goal line. Johnson will get up to the 20, And Johnson's going to get knocked out at about the 21-yard line.
Actually, it's Warren Lee.
Or, excuse me, Lee on that
Darius Johnson, that play they had about 4 minutes ago in the first half where he kind of had that big collision. I've been watching him. He's been running back in the sidelines trying to loosen his leg, and he was really limping around on the defense there for Chambersburg. So we'll have to watch and see if he's going to continue to play in this contest. He is out there, but he's very gingerly over there on the side.
So this will be Caden Hoover, and Hoover will hand the football off. I believe that's Edmondson getting up to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 2 for the Trojans, a second down and 8 yards to go, 2nd and 8.
That was a 61-yard drive there by the Panthers on that touchdown, 61 yards for the score. 57 of that was passing yards.
Yeah. They have been able to pass on the Trojans tonight. Hoover with the pass. He's got a man open at the 50, and it is complete over there at midfield.
Sam Blevins there, number 84. Great job by him for catching that football. Looked like a CD East was tricked there by the play. They were all coming in, and Blevins was out there wide open, able to make the catch. Fresh set of downs for Chambersburg.
And they'll spot it on the 48-yard line. Big pass play, Hoover to Blevins, who leads the Trojans in receiving. Big series for Chambersburg. And it's a first down and 10 yards to go. And Hoover is back. Rolling left, has an off pass, incomplete. As he intended that over on, intended that again for Sam Blevins. Trojans go left and right across your computer screen, tablet, phone, whatever you may be watching or listening on tonight.
Apple Watch.
Right, we're on Apple Watch, Apple TV.
Right.
And there is quarterback Hoover, and he'll get knocked down.
Yeah, lost the yardage there. Number 25, Malik DeFridas was there.
On your vehicle entertainment system, we can be heard just about anywhere.
That's right.
And it'll be a third down and 17 yards to go, 3rd and 17.
Blue Jays and Royals, no score, bottom of the second. Game 1 of the ALCS.
What a series that was with Toronto coming back. And there is the little swing pass out of the backfield. This is Lee. And Lee is up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, not much to do for this drive here for Chambersburg. Now they're in a 4th down situation. Too many yards to try to go for, do anything risky. They're going to have to punt the football.
4th and 17. 5:15 to go. Here in the third quarter. Panthers leading it by a score of 21-3. No score at the end of the first quarter. 14-3 CD East at the half. And they have a score here in the third quarter. This one takes a Panther roll up to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, that's not what the Chambersburg Trojans wanted to do. They got another 7 points against them with that Brown touchdown. They wanted to try to come right back out, get some points, and quick set of downs, and now right back CDs has the football. And one more score here will put it away.
One more score. You're absolutely right, Mike. It's going to be, it's already a 3-score ball game here. But, I mean, it's not unreachable at this point, but it will become that with another score.
Plus, you got to be realistic.
Exactly, yes.
I mean, we've seen Chambersburg score 4 unanswered touchdowns.
And there is the little screen pass, and it's going to be good for yardage up until the 41-yard line. And on the receiving end there is Terrence Danner. He's a 6'4", 185-pound sophomore.
And Danner's had a touchdown thus far this evening for the Panthers. Another first down. And when you're up with a nice lead, kind of take your time. I mean, you're going to trickle the clock here with 4:37 and counting in the third.
And the handoff, and getting on the outside, and all the way down to the 30-yard line is Shaheem Brown.
What can Brown do for you? He can run.
Yeah, he sure can. He's had a couple of those tonight. And the Panthers, I think, are wearing the Trojans down right now, Mike.
Yeah, you're seeing a tale of two teams for Chambersburg. They were up, motivated, a lot of energy there. But when your defense is out there for a long extended period of time, I mean, they're human. They're going to get tired. And if you're chasing after Niebauer all night, you're going to get exhausted.
Yeah, yeah. And this is Niebauer, and somebody jumped.
Somebody had to make floor reflect, or everybody was moving around. Let's see what they call here.
I think it's going to be on the Panthers.
So procedure, not what the Panthers want to do, sets them back 5 yards.
And it's back to the 35-yard line. First down and 15 yards to go for the Panthers. First and 15. 18-point lead by Central Dauphin East. And Niebauer has a few words with his running back behind him, and he has some time, and now breaks out of a tackle. He's still scrambling on his feet, and is going to get knocked down at the 35-yard line. A lot of running to get back just over the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse for Niebauer than what happened there. I mean, again, he broke through about 3 or 4 tackles, basically got the ball back to where they all started.
And it'll be a second down and 15 to go for the Panthers. Second and 15. And the 33-yard line is where the spot of the football comes. Long count, and chill is in the air here at the second half tonight. And this is Niebauer. He's in trouble. And he is going to get knocked down back at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, huge loss of yardage, and that didn't look good from the start. I mean, the Panthers just looked confused on what they wanted to throw or do. They almost had a penalty from the delay of game. They probably wish they had that instead of what just happened.
It's third and 25. That would have been the lesser of the evils right there.
Right.
Temperature down to 57 degrees.
Oh, that's still
Still not bad,
yeah.
huh? And quarterback Niebauer, and a whistle. Maybe against the Panthers again.
I've been to spring training games, chilly or not.
Yeah, it certainly can happen.
So third and 30, Gary. What do you think they're going to do, a throw? Or?
Third and 30, I think you got to throw. Well, actually, in Florida, if it was 57, they would have already put out a code alert.
Yeah. State of emergency.
A state of emergency, yes. I did see that when it dropped to the 40s in Florida. Quarterback back, Niebauer. He is going deep. He is going long. He's got a man. He's got a touchdown on third and 30. A touchdown to Terrence Danner, and he just got away from everybody. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, nobody around him. You saw it coming down the sidelines.
And that was his tongue-in-cheek saying, Gary, think you're going to pass? Of course they're going to pass. but man, did they ever.
Yeah. 3rd and 30.
It was just like an outfielder is waiting and watching the baseball, knowing he's going to catch it. He knew it. He had it. I mean, he was the way he was running, Danner. He was just taking his time. He saw the ball right in his hands. And right now, the Trojans are looking at a big deficit right now.
And the kick is up and good. It basically got no resistance from the Trojans defense along the way. And it is a 28-3 lead for the CD East Panthers with 1:12 to go in the third quarter. And this broadcast is brought to you by F&M Trust. When you need extra funds this fall, pay less rate and get more great with F&M Trust Home Equity Line of Credit. It's the ideal way to make large purchases or consolidate monthly bills. For details on F&M Trust's special introductory offer, visit a community office or fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
So what do? You have 2 straight plays of a loss. If you're on the offense, make it 3rd and 30. Oh, we'll just throw a bomb and score 6.
Yeah, they made it look easy, too.
Right.
So now the Trojans will try to answer here. 28-3, down by 4 scores. Trojans able to hang with it for the first half, but the superior Central Dauphin East team has become apparent here in the third quarter. And this will be Lee running the football, and he'll get it up to about the 24-yard line. Trojans next week host Carlisle and then travel to Harrisburg October 31st for a 1 o'clock kickoff.
Happy Halloween.
Well, right, a Halloween in Harrisburg and Halloween Day, 1 o'clock kickoff. And then they'll be back home to close, or they will take to the road, actually, in Cumberland Valley the last week. I think that's on. I better check that.
It's a Friday night.
Friday night at Cumberland Valley? Yeah. It's at Cumberland Valley.
Yeah, because I was excited because they have a Chick-fil-A snack area there at the Cumberland Valley High School. So.
Oh, and there is the handoff. Up to the 30 it goes. If it's not Bricker's Fries, it's Chick-fil-A. Yeah.
It's a way to end your season. You're going to play Cumberland Valley.
Yes. What a way to go out. Things could be worse, though. The James Buchanan Rockets closed their season out, and I hurt just thinking about it, against the Susquehanna Township Indians. And it is going to get, in fact, they've actually moved their senior night up a week to get it away from there. But now, Susquehanna, it's a game that should have never been scheduled. It was a swing game, and that pass is off and complete and up to the 41-yard line. And, you have to play the game. I mean, Susquehanna Township is a team who last week upset Bishop McDevitt, the number 1 ranked team, I think, in the state at that time and in the district. And I mean, they handed it to the Crusaders.
Right.
Ended up a 12-point game, but it was much worse at one time. And there is Lee, and Lee wiggles his way for some room up to the 46-yard line. And that will be the final play of the third quarter with the score. Central Dauphin East 28, Chambersburg 3 on the F&M Trust, the sports network, on midpennbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie Rate Lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInspa.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power award information, go to jdpower.com.
Erie Insurance. Live and local. This is MidPennBroadcasting.com.
Gary Klein, Mike Berger back at Trojan Stadium. Hoover goes to the air, and he has it almost completed, juggled, and dropped by Blevins at the 25.
Yeah, Quincy McIntyre there for the Panthers, able to knock it off Blevins' hands. This that split second. And, that'd been nice. Trojans would be in great field position to try to get some more points on the board. Game is kind of out of reach, but those little small victories definitely help.
The ball rests on the 48-yard line. A third down and a 3 for the Trojans. Well, you want to get a first down and at least keep the ball out of the Panthers' hands for a while. And
the defense has to be exhausted.
Yeah, and that's Lee. And he does have the first down, I think. Yes. So it is first down. First down, 10 yards to go for Chambersburg. And the pass is off, and the pass is incomplete.
Spencer Seaman there with the incomplete. At least the officials tonight, Gary, doing better than some of the NFL officials I've been reading about.
Oh, yeah.
One got in trouble for that running clock or some controversy in one of the last games. And then another one got reassigned from a marquee game to the Dolphins-Titans game.
Oh, yeah. So they are delving out some punishment.
Right.
And there has been, quite a few. Sometimes you just shake your head. You have all this replay and technology and still can't get it right. And there's the pass off and complete. And it's up to the 44-yard line. And Austin Kopp on the receiving end. And speaking of controversial calls, they had quite a number of them in the baseball playoffs, too. Yeah.
That was one of those exciting games. You would love to be there.
The Toronto-Texas game, wasn't that something? 52 minutes, 7th inning. They didn't know what call. Yeah, they made the call and then went to the replay official. I've never seen anything like it.
And then the Joey Bats flip after the home run of the bat.
Yeah. And here's Hoover, and he's got it complete. He's got his man down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Sean Vessa there with the catch.
And that'll bring up a first down and 10 yards to go. Vessa on the receiving end.
Big college game this weekend, Penn State, Ohio State.
And that's tomorrow night. Prime time, 8 o'clock. And then next week, Penn State in Maryland at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. And there's the whistle. And I think it's against the Panthers again. Yes.
Yes, it is.
It was Chambersburg early in the game with all the infractions, and now it looks like it's turned to CD East here in the second half. But the Panthers have rolled up some points here in this second half of play. They've already got 2 touchdowns on the board to break open a close ball game. And this is Hoover back and is going to get knocked down at the 35-yard line. And the Northern Polar Bears defeated Shippensburg. That was a big game. They defeat the Greyhounds 24-19. So Shippensburg falls, and Boy, they got a good one going in Waynesboro. Pennsboro leads the Indians 23-20, and that's in the third quarter. Greencastle 49, James Buchanan nothing. And the run, and that is Caden Hoover up to the 30-yard line. James Buchanan, and that's in the third quarter. They lost 69-0 last week to East Pennsboro. They've scored 12 points all year. Big Spring leading Redland. Wow. And that's in the around halftime, the latest report. Third down, 8 yards to go. And there's the whistle. And Carlisle out in front of, Central Dauphin out in front of Carlisle, 38-14 third quarter. Cumberland Valley over Mifflin County. Let's see, that's 41-0, and that is in the third quarter. See if we just had an update here. On anything. But already final is the Shippensburg loss at the hands of the Northern Polar Bears. And
like Carter Edmondson with the ball. It's going to be fourth down now for Chambersburg.
4th and 13 for the Trojans. You have to go for it here. And the Trojans, I think, they have called a timeout with 8:25 to go here in the third quarter at Trojan Stadium tonight. In 1 year, Waste Management managed enough recycled material to fill the Empire State Building 27.2 times. With experience like that, we are bound to have a program that can help your business recycle. Talk to Waste Management or visit www.wm.com today.
Yeah, you would hope they are going to go for it. I mean, what you got to lose?
Right now, you have absolutely nothing to lose. There's 8:25 to go in the ball game, and you're down 28-3. You go for the touchdown, the 2-point conversion. That pulls it to within 17.
Onside kick.
Yeah, onside and kick. And
grab the loose ball, score another touchdown.
Yeah. But you got to get the first one first.
Right.
And so far through the first half, and with 8:25 remaining in the game, the Trojans have not hit pay dirt. Their only points on the Desir-Taylor 20-yard field goal in the second quarter, and they trail at 28-3. Yellow flags fly.
I've never seen so many penalties at the line of scrimmage.
And this one may be against Chambersburg. At least the Panthers are applauding. So, so many line of scrimmage penalties before you even get started. So now it's 4th and 15 for the Trojans. And this will be Taylor back, quarterback Hoover, and the pass is going to fall incomplete.
Tennessee Rashawn Vessa. So CDs can have the football and just take their time.
Last week, the 28 was on the side of the Trojans as they defeated Mifflin County 28-7. And this week, they're on the short end of a 28-3 score. 8:20 remaining in the ball game. And the Panthers taking over on downs, going right to left. And there is a handoff, and this time that was number 12, Contrell Armour, who's 5'6", 170-pound senior. And next Friday night here on Mid-Penn Broadcasting, it will be The Trojans hosting Carlisle in their final home game of the regular season. And then the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils host the Northern Polar Bears in a huge ball game. Northern, an outstanding team. And the Blue Devils will play host to them. Both games here on midpenbroadcasting.com, GameTimePA.com. As you see the quarterback running to the 35-yard line, that's Jihad Niebauer.
Now up 28-3, Gary. Why would you have Niebauer do all that risky moving and grooving going around the sideline? I mean, he's just...
At this point, I think you'd almost want to take him out of the ball game.
Right. I mean,
and
you have bigger sights than this game's done. I mean,
yeah, no question. Yes, and I mean, just play ball control and run it out as much as you can. And,
because one bad tackle, I mean.
Yeah, and the season. Yeah, I agree, Mike. And that's the handoff and breaking out of the PAL. And I mean away from everybody and into the end zone for the touchdown. That is was that 4?
Number 4.
For Derry Livingston. And he should have been down way back at the line of scrimmage and then got away from more tacklers and nobody was around him.
The ball was on the 35-yard line and he maybe had a yard gain, and then after that he's going right through everybody.
Well, at halftime, the Chambersburg Trojans were in the ball game. Now they're closing in on the mercy rule. 34-3 with 7:38 to play.
I'm still trying to figure out how he went through the whole defense there.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, he did. I mean, he was down and out, but all at once nobody was around him. And on the last touchdown pass, there was nobody around the receiver at the on that one in the third quarter. But with 7:38 to play, the score is Central Dauphin East 35, Chambersburg 3. This is the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic composting. To learn more, talk to your local waste management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
This is Chambersburg Trojans football on midpenbroadcasting.com.
.38 to go in this one, and the Panthers have built a 35-3 lead over the Chambersburg Trojans. Line drive kick, and the Trojans bobble it into the end zone, but they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, just talking in between breaks there, just unreal by Darian Livingston, able to go through the Chambersburg defense. I mean, it looked like he was stopped. And this brute strength, I mean, 205-pounder senior was just able to go right. It was like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like a pinball machine. They just got bouncing off each Trojan defender and just rolled right in. And that's right at before 2 loss of yardage by the Chambersburg defense, and there was a 3rd and 30 situation. He scored a touchdown off that, so just bad luck here in the second half.
And there is the handoff and finding a hole, squirting up to about the 24-yard line. That's Warren Lee. You covered the State College game, a little reminiscent, where the Trojans got off to the big start, and then things went south in that second half.
Yeah, big time. I mean, they were up 10-0. Basically, it could have been up 17 points. And, a couple minutes to go in the first half, State College was able to score, and then it was just all little lines after that. I mean, I don't know what's the light switch effect. Why does it have to be like that?
It's like on and off. Like former coach Mark Saunders said, it's like being on a roller coaster with this team. There have been some very positive points, and they have played well at times, but at other times they have not. There's just no other way to put it. They have not played well at all.
No, I mean, and we've talked about it now with the 6A. They're still part of that 6A. It's going to be the same type of competition. So.
Yeah, it's going to make very little difference for Chambersburg. And any kind of a bracket at Chambersburg with its size is always going to be, in that, the biggest one, because they are one of the biggest school districts in the state. Second down and 9 yards to go. Second and 9. And back is Hoover. He rolls now, goes to his left, heads for the sideline, gets out of bounds at the 36-yard line with 5:54 to play. 5:54 to go in the ball game.
Now you're at the point where it's more instructional than competition is trying to end this game. I mean, you still got Niebauer out there on defense. I mean, I just don't get it.
Yeah, I know. And you're right, Mike. I mean, that's, asking for trouble. He's, a premier player. And this is Hoover. Hoover scrambling. And Hoover will get up to the 40-yard line. Well, we said at halftime there would probably be some words in the Panther locker room, and if there were, they responded to that.
They listened, took notes, and passed the test.
Yeah. 5.5 minutes on the clock now. Would like to see the Trojans get into the end zone before this one ends, but they got to punt it away right now. And the end over end kick is going to bounce off a Trojan. Take a pretty good Chambersburg roll back to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, it was touched by the Trojans around the 35, so that should be where they spot the football. But either way, CDs will have the ball, and you would think 5:08 they would run around with it, get the clock ticking, don't call any timeouts. I mean,
we'll see.
they call timeouts and try to score.
That's 5, And let's see, Niebauer still back there?
Yes, he is.
Yeah, so Niebauer still the quarterback, and he will hand it off, and this time it takes most of the Trojan defense to knock the runner down as they all converge, but at least they got him.
And it looks like Kane Everson is going in for quarterback, replacing Niebauer.
So Everson, the new Panther QB, with 4:34 to go in the ball game. And there is getting yardage up over the 40, carrying Trojans along the way to the 39-yard line is Contrell Armour.
Yeah, we were talking about how great the defense was on that line, but now it just seems, I mean, they're just exhausted. They've been out there most of the contest.
Especially this second half.
Right.
Do they have a first down this half? I mean,
not many.
Yeah, they played well in the first half, but it is going the wrong direction here in the second half. And they hand off again. You're looking at Contrell Armour, and it's going to be a 4th and 2. 4th and 2. And the Panthers will go for it here.
Sorry, Gary, I'm going to have to decline that offer to go out for ice cream after the game. It's just freezing.
Oh, yeah. It is getting cold. Actually, the Panthers are going to punt it on 4th and 3. Yeah. Have an ice cream. What are you going to do when winter does come?
Yeah, exactly. Wear more layers, that's for sure. So good job at CDs. They want to talk it over on this punt attempt.
So with 3:15 to go, we'll step out for this break with the score. The Panthers 35, the Trojans 3 on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Everything's falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. Use home equity funds for big purchases or to pay off high-interest bills. Apply today and rake in even more savings with F&M Trust special introductory offer. Visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
MidPennBroadcasting.com. I got a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be a good night. A feeling.
Panthers will kick it away to the Trojans, and booming kick is going to be fielded by Warren Lee at the 15. Lee looking for room. He does pick up a couple of yards around the right side, and he is going to be knocked out of bounds. Or that was Darius Johnson back in.
Yeah, Johnson's back. He can, if you're watching on GameTimePA.com, he's still limping around, and he's a warrior wanting to get back in this game. But, man, out of hand, if you're kind of already bummed up, I would just rest and get ready for next week.
Be ready for, Carlisle. 3:03 left in the ball game. And that carry will get it up to about the 22-yard line.
Waynesboro leading 37-27.
Wow. Wait.
7:06 left in the contest. Per Lizzie Arbogast, who tweets about 12 a minute.
Yeah. And so we'll keep an eye on that one, but trust me, East Pennsboro's not done yet, Mike.
Yeah, there's still plenty left in the game.
But boy, Waynesboro win would sure open up that division and sure make a statement for the Indians. And a nice run up there over the 35-36. Want to pick up who that was. I believe it was number...
Like Carter Edmondson there with the play.
It was Edmondson. 37-yard line is where the spot of the football comes. 1st and 10, 2:09 on the scoreboard clock. And there's the handoff again, and the loose football is picked up, and now they lose it, but the Panthers get it again. The Panthers had it once, lost it, and then recovered for the second time.
Yeah, that kind of puts an exclamation point on this game as the Trojans were just trying to put something on the board here to end the contest, but now CDs can just hold on to it and run to the warm bus for a victory.
Big second half for the Panthers. 3 unanswered touchdowns, and they lead the Trojans by a score of 35-3. And there is the handoff, and this is getting through again, breaking away from the Trojan defense down to the 25-yard line. That is Nicholas Coralie.
Yeah, I mean, they've just been finding the holes here in the second half. But CD East is having their way.
So it'll be a first down and 10 yards to go. 1st and 10. Here's the handoff once again, and it's up over the 20 to about the 19-yard line. And again on the carry is Camaria Patterson. And time ticking down to about a minute left. And here is the quarterback keeping it, and he's going to get inside the 10-yard line, down to near the 5.
Yeah, it's going to be a fresh set of downs for the substitute quarterback.
And we'll see if the Panthers go for the end zone or just...
Kane Everson, he's a freshman.
You can almost take a knee and run it out here, but...
They want to go for it.
And there they are. Around the right side it comes. Untouched into the end zone for the Panthers is
Kane Everson.
I'm sorry, Everson. Yeah, Everson, number 11.
And Everson, for the future, I mean, he has some speed on him.
So the Panthers not taking their foot off the gas there. And they lead this one by a score of 41-3.
So how do you feel if you're like the Chambersburg coaching staff and they're running in for a touchdown? I mean, you got less than 33 seconds. I mean, why?
Why? That's what I would say. You know, why? And the kick is up, and the kick is good, and it's 42-3. But coaches remember those kind of things.
All right.
You know, somewhere down the road, the shoe may be on the other foot. And
yeah, I just don't see the reason or why you have to do that. I mean.
Yeah, you're right, Mike. I didn't either. I thought maybe they just take the knee and
just close it out.
Close it out and
get out of here.
Yeah. But they put the points on the board. And a 39-point lead now for the Panthers. Guess there's no need to kick in the mercy rule right now.
No.
Although it officially is a mercy rule game with 33 seconds to go.
So you think they'll do an onside kick here?
Yeah, we would hope not. A great, entertaining first half of football, a wonderful halftime show. But here in the second half, the Panthers have stolen the show as they have put up. They had a 14-3 lead at the half, 28 unanswered points. Trojans bobbling the ball, and they'll pick it up there and get it to the 40, down the sideline, 45, out of bounds at the 50 was Darius Johnson.
Trojans, another one of those games where you just got to forget about it. Have a good week of practices and focus on Carlisle.
They did move it to mercy rule because he was out of bounds and the clock is running.
Yeah, they won't be able to get a playoff now.
So that will be it as the Chambersburg Trojans, well, they're still down to 3 seconds. They are going to get one playoff. And Hoover wings it in the air. The pass is incomplete. And the ball game over, and the Central Dauphin East Panthers, as a result of that 28-point second half, have defeated the Chambersburg Trojans by a score of 42-3. We'll be back to wrap it up after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on MidPennBroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Things falling this season, including F&M Trust home equity rates. With the home equity line of credit from F&M Trust, you can pay less rate and add more great to your life. Get extra funds to pay off high-interest bills, tackle home remodeling projects, or make other big purchases. Apply today, and you'll rake in even more savings with F&M Trust's special introductory rate. For details, connect with any local branch or visit fmtrustonline.com. Equal housing lender.
Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency, has been serving the tri-state area for 35 years. We specialize in screen printing and embroidered clothing. Del Martin Incorporated supplies a full range of brand name uniforms for athletic, work, and medical applications, and a full line of advertising essentials. We have an in-house artist ready to put your ideas to work for you. T-shirts for schools, clubs, churches, and events. Del Martin Incorporated, 21 Sarah Susan Lane, Greencastle. Phone 717-597-5751 or online at delprint.com.
There's nothing like being at the game. The excitement, the fun, the food, and all the waste. Whether it's popcorn boxes, hot dog wrappers, or this soda cup. Big games generate tons of waste. That's why Waste Management is helping stadiums and businesses reduce waste altogether through recycling and organic compost. To learn more, talk to your local Waste Management representative or visit thinkgreen.com.
Have heating or air conditioning needs? Look no further than Lecron's Comfort Solutions. We service all brands: heat pumps, humidifiers, system replacements, gas, oil, electric heat, and ductless systems. Lecron's Comfort Solutions is your authorized Terrain dealer. Call Corey at 717-597-3768 for a free estimate. We are licensed and insured. Lecron's Comfort Solutions. Local company, local name. Serving Greencastle and all of Franklin County with professional service and installation.
Chalk Talk. We talk high school football every Thursday night at 7:30 on midpenbroadcasting.com.
Post-game show brought to you by Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent, serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. 42-3 loss. Close game throughout the first half. No score at the end of the first quarter. Panthers took a 14-3 lead at the half, then reeled off 28 second half points on 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, this is a tale of two teams. Chambersburg kept it close, and then after that, just too much Niebauer. I mean, Niebauer just had his way against the Chambersburg defense, and the defense, they seemed like they were on the field the whole game, and they're human. I mean, they're going to get tired, and there's too many big plays there. Some missed tackles. There was a huge couple missed tackles there that get the lead up to 10-3 by the Panthers, and there was one play you can remember with, and then just the amazing 3rd and 30. Talk about third down conversions. I mean, Panthers were able to capitalize on that, and that kind of deflated any chance to try to take away this game. And is this something that the Trojans will have to focus on? And they had some good defensive stops. I mean, Niebauer, he had his challenges against the Trojan defense. I mean, as far as the running game, he couldn't get. He had a lot of hard time, a lot of sequences where Trojans were getting him back, lost the yardages, but he was able to find the right receivers at the right time. And when he fed it to some of his big guys, I mean, that one play by Darren Livingston, I mean, he went through the whole defense from Chambersburg. He was on the 35-yard line, looked like he may even lose a yard, and then somehow he just bounced off like a pinball and ran in. And just too much CD East. Trojans got another game here next Friday night at home against Carlisle, and just got to try to make it a respectable season. Now they're 1-6, and got Carlisle, you got Harrisburg, you got Cumberland Valley, you got 3 more games to close out the season. It's hard to believe next week is week 8.
Isn't it? The season has really flown by. And I got to correct this score, Mike. It's East Pennsboro who's up on Waynesboro. It's now 43-27. Wow. East Pennsboro over Waynesboro in that ball game. Yes, hard to believe. 3 weeks left in the regular season. For most teams, some teams will be headed to the playoffs. And just a quick look at things I looked at today. I think that Chambersburg, every game they've played, with the exception of Mifflin County, and they'll probably make the playoffs because everybody goes there regardless.
Right.
They're District 6. but they have played Greencastle, the number 10 ranked team in the district. Shippensburg, who was number 12 coming in, there to start the season. Central Dauphin, the number 1 ranked team. That's 3 opponents. They have Cumberland Valley on the schedule that's ranked 9th. They played Lower Dauphin, the 10th ranked team in the district. They played Central Dauphin East tonight, the 11th ranked team. They play Carlisle next week. They're the 15th ranked team, and then the 13th ranked team, Harrisburg. So there's no time to breathe on that schedule for the Chambersburg Trojans. They lose here tonight by a score of 42-3, and we'll be back with some final comments after these messages on the F&M Trust, the Sports Network, on midpenbroadcasting.com and GameTimePA.com.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Had an auto accident? It's common to wonder how things could have turned out differently, if only.
No regrets.
If only you had Erie Insurance. With Erie, instead of regrets, you can focus on putting your mishap behind you. With an Erie rate lock auto policy, your rate won't take a hit, no matter what. It stays put until you change a car, driver, or address. People who treat you fairly, legendary service, great rates. That's what it means to have seriously good insurance for your auto, home, or business. Erie Insurance. See for yourself why Erie received the J.D. Power Award for highest in customer satisfaction with the auto insurance purchase experience 3 years in a row.
Your Erie agent in Greencastle and Waynesboro is Antrim Insurance Agency. Get a quote at AntrimInsPA.com.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Limited to 3 years in Virginia. Other conditions and limitations at ErieInsurance.com. For J.D. Power Award information, go to JDPower.com.
Erie Insurance.
MidpenBroadcasting.com. Your home of the Chambersburg Trojans.
Welcome back here to Chambersburg with a victory of Central Dauphin with that big 42-3 victory over the Chambersburg Trojans. Was trying to bring you up to date. We had some updates here, but as of right now, my phone is not cooperating. I'll see if we can get some updates on the scoreboard. We know in that East Pennsboro-Waynesboro game tonight, they have 10 turnovers. I saw Lizzie Arbogast report there. And the thing of it is, last week there was 2 weeks ago, 0 turnovers. 0 turnovers in the East Pennsboro-Greencastle game in the rain, and tonight on a good field they come up with 10 turnovers. We do have some scores. Central Dauphin in the fourth quarter is going up on Carlisle 52-7. Cumberland Valley, there has been no update since a half. It was 41-0, the Eagles over the Huskies. And, of course, here in Chambersburg, a 42-3 win, Central Dauphin East over Chambersburg. Tomorrow at State College at Harrisburg at 1 p.m. Going to the Commonwealth, Waynesboro Indians. Now, this one there's some discrepancies on scores in that one, but East Pennsboro is winning that ball game as it was reported. And they were winning 42-27, although my score stream has Waynesboro ahead 41-37, so there's some false scores being reported along the way. Greencastle 49-0 over James Buchanan, and Northern defeated Shippensburg by a score of 24-19. In fact, that was just about to go final there in Waynesboro. Only a couple of minutes left, and it is now we report last week it was a hook and lateral by Waynesboro at the end that almost worked, and now it is a 43-35 game, and the hook and lateral this time gives Waynesboro a touchdown. After the 2-point conversion, they're down to a 1-point ball game, and it was such a crazy finish in Shippensburg, and now it may be headed that way, and be headed that way in Wadesboro. But the onside kick was recovered by East Pennsboro with 2:16 to go. So if Wadesboro can get the ball back, it's possible.
And you just said something I didn't really like. Carlisle's getting destroyed tonight.
Yeah.
So now they're going to be all mad next week because they're losing 52-7 right now.
Yeah, and they see Chambersburg
Right.
on the schedule. They're losing like so many teams do to Central Dauphin. But yeah, and now Chambersburg's got to get them right after
Right.
the CD game. So, and Carlisle does have a pretty decent ball club this year. So, we'll just have to wait and see there. But here tonight, a big win for the Central Dauphin East Panthers as they defeat Chambersburg by a score of 42-3. And this broadcast has been brought to you by F&M Trust. Pay less rate and get more great this fall with a special offer on a home equity line of credit. Learn more at fmtrustonline.com, equal housing lender. Antrim Insurance, your local Erie insurance agent serving Greencastle, Waynesboro, Chambersburg, Mercersburg, and surrounding areas. By Waste Management, environmentally friendly technologies and advanced innovations. By Del Martin Incorporated, a full-service advertising agency serving the tri-state area for 35 years. By Lecron Comfort Solutions, serving all of Franklin County with professional service and installation. By Clyde Tours, New York City, Atlantic City, and more. Visit ClydeTours.net for complete tour schedule. Be sure to join us next week. Chambersburg takes on Carlisle, and the Greencastle Antrim Blue Devils host the Northern Polar Bears. Working the camera tonight, giving us all those great pictures, John Irwin for Game Time PA. For Mike Berger, Gary Klein, have a good night, everybody.